morning and welcome to Happy Trails Hiking. I hope that everybody is doing well and happy Tuesday. I have a great show for you today. My name is Kay and I am thrilled to see all of you. On Tuesdays, we talk about travel, and on this channel, Happy Trails Hiking, we talk about park travel as well as living a healthy lifestyle. Today, I've got a great guest for you. It's Marti from Down the Rabbit Hole Travel, who's another YouTube channel, and you will find her link down in the description below. So, before I get to introducing our chat and the folks who are in our live chat today, why don't you all who are in the chat tell me where you're tuning in from? Our guest today is named Marti, and her channel focuses on all things travel videos, family travel vlogs, and travel-related storytelling, as well as local adventures. Guys, will you please help me welcome Marti from Down the Rabbit Hole? Hey!
Hello, how are you?
Doing well. Guys, will you oh dear. I was trying to mute the stream. It didn't work.
Oh, I thought that was me.
No, it's me. We're all good.
Okay.
Okay. Phew. It didn't show up in my 1 minute of time. So anyway. Okay. So welcome and thank you for coming today. It's great to finally talk to you.
I know. We've known each other for 2 years.
2 years? Yeah. I've been on YouTube. This is almost my four-year anniversary, but yeah, it feels like I've known you forever. And I got to thinking this morning, and I was like, have we ever actually talked? And no, we haven't. So
we've chatted.
We've typed a lot, but
yes.
But not. So can you tell everybody where you're from? And I know that you've moved houses and things in the last little bit, but can you let our audience know where you're from, and then we'll say hello to them.
Well, I hail from, it's very rainy today, Alberta, Canada. I'm just south of Edmonton. So I'm right in central Alberta. And yeah, that's where I'm from.
Cool. Awesome. Well, it's a long way from where I'm from, down in the middle of the U.S. So we have a huge room here today. Oh my gosh, everybody is here. I don't know if you can see the chat, but John says hello from Pennsylvania. Follow the Piper says hello from Michigan. And of course, you're here. Food Force Permaculture is here. And from York, your neck of the woods, Vancouver. Jelly Duck is here. Not from either one of our necks of the woods. I don't know if you know Jelly Duck or not, but he's from okay, gotcha. Good. I don't have to introduce then. Outdoor Nomad is here from Oklahoma. And Jelly Duck is celebrating Taco Tuesday. We're not doing that today, but that's all right. And let's see. I got stuck. Sorry.
So many people.
Wood Pigeon Outdoors is here. And I've known Wood Pigeon for almost 4 years now, too. Marty's crew is here, as well as Arta Morbid. It's great to see you. Yeah, Frank's here. And yeah, that's it. And Jelly Duck says he's here from Kuwait. So that's awesome. Cool. All right. Well, I started watching you. I don't know when. I don't even know when. But I loved your channel name. So can you tell us about where Down the Rabbit Hole came from?
It's actually the title of my blog. I started my blog about 10 years ago now, I think.
Wow.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
My internet handle back in the day when chat rooms were first born was Rabbit with a W. That was what I called myself. Mm-hmm. So it seemed fitting to keep the internet handle. And then I always liked the story of Alice falling down the rabbit hole and ending up in another world and another realm. So I kind of made a play on rabbit and down the rabbit hole, because every time you travel, it's like going to a different world.
Excellent. I love it. That's fantastic. Yes, back when the chat rooms were born with AOL and
my kids don't believe me that I was in high school when the internet was born and we only had one computer in our whole school.
Yeah, well, we had more than one computer, but I was in college. I used to tell my students that I was in college before I got my very first email address. And they were like, no, really? And I was like, yeah, guys, sorry. The internet's not as old as I am.
Not that old. Or I'm not that young, one or the other.
Well, yeah, no. Yeah, whatever. Let's see. Wood Pigeon says, I used to live on Jasper Avenue back in the day. In what town, Wood Pigeon? Help me out. I miss a lot of chat, guys. You know that's going on. And Inspired John says I used to love those chat rooms. Yeah, those AOL chat rooms and the MySpace. Yeah,
I never got into MySpace.
It was a dangerous place to be. That's what they tell me. But anyway, so you've traveled a ton of places. Like I was like, oh, she is the travel guru when I first met.
Not really.
But I travel to state parks, local parks, national forests, blah, 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 everywhere in the U.S. And so when you tell me, hey, you've been to Costa Rica and you've been to all these really cool places, then I'm just like, what? You've been to Rome? You've been to, so I just, what's your favorite? If you had to say, all right, I'm going to go back here and it's the only place I ever get to go back to from where you live.
I'd have to say Iceland then, because Iceland was unlike any other place I've been to in this whole world. It's just the landscape, because it's basically a plug in a volcanic crack in the Earth's crust that could blow any minute. They've got lava fields covered in this special moss that turns white gray when it's not raining, and when it is raining, it turns vibrant green. So the whole landscape can change within a day of color. And it's got glaciers and these big cliffs, and there's waterfalls everywhere because of the cliffs. It's just, It's like something out of a dream, and I loved it there.
Wow, that's amazing. I've never been to Iceland. I've seen lots of pictures on Instagram and other places.
Yeah, it got very trendy about a year after we went. So when we went, there was nobody there. Woo-hoo. Nobody there. Campgrounds were empty. Yeah, and then it got super trendy out of
That's kind of like us with Death Valley here in the U.S. Death Valley. We went right before everybody was like, hey, you should go to Death Valley. I was like, okay. I've already been there, but okay.
Yeah, I've heard there's a big problem with vandalism in Death Valley now, because we want to go see the sliding stones, but
you can, and there's not a big problem any more than there's a big problem anywhere else. It's just that one gets reported because they have such good rangers. Just saying, and it's a huge national park. It's our largest national park in the lower 48. So, Laj DIY says hello. And hopes you're well today, and welcome to the show. I don't know if Laj has ever been here before, so welcome.
Laj is the one that sent me that black light that I explained.
Oh yeah, there you go. Not been here, been on your channel. Marion Donnelly, hello. It's good.
Hello, Marianne.
Thanks for coming. And Marianne just got done with school last Friday. She's been doing online teaching for the last 2 months, and she's
done for the summer.
She got finished on Friday. That's what I understand. So yeah. All right. So I was noticing on your playlists that you have been to the Budweiser Brewery Tour here in St. Louis. And this must have been before we knew each other, because I would have been like, you went to the Brewery Tour and didn't say hi? So what did you think of the Brewery Tour here in St. Louis?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Very, very clean. Like, it looked like a park or something. The grounds were immaculately kept, and the inside was nice and clean. The handle rails shone.
Yeah.
It's funny because we were staying in, I can't remember, like way on the outskirts of town, kind of by the airport. And so we took a cab into downtown so we could go to this tour.
Sure.
45-minute cab ride, pretty expensive.
Oh, yeah.
We got there, we thought we had like an hour and a bit to go hang out at this brewery, and they had closed 5 minutes before we got there.
Oh, no.
And we got in the front door, and we were just crushed. And it was me and a bunch of other teachers, because we were down there for just a weekend teachers conference. So we were trying to slide this in between stuff. And we gave them the big doe eyes, and we begged them, and we're like, we're from Canada and we've always wanted to do this. And they were so nice, and they said, sure, we will take you on a tour. And they didn't charge us. And they just called one guy over. They're like, do you have to go home yet? And he was like, no. So he stuck around for an extra half hour, and he took us around the brewery. We got to go see where they bottled everything. We got to go feed the Clydesdales. He let us go feed the Clydesdales. Yeah, they were so accommodating. It was awesome.
That's wonderful. Now, so to be on the up and up. The brewery tour itself is free. You can get a free tour of the brewery anytime. They do have ones that you can pay for tickets for a more behind the scenes kind of thing. But getting to feed the Clydesdales, I've never gotten to feed a Clydesdale.
Yeah, I think we got special treatment.
I think
and then they gave us free beer at the end.
Yes, and there is always free beer at the end, so that's good. And Inspired John says, "LOL, we're from Canada."
It works every time.
You know, we gotta love the Canadians.
Come on.
Marion Donnelly said that her last day was scheduled for the 21st with kids and May 22nd for the teachers.
That's an early year.
Well, actually, I was thinking it was later than ours. We started like the second week of August here in our area, and our teachers were done the middle, like the 13th or 14th. They were finished with tests and everything. So are your kids still in school?
Yeah, like our school year starts after there's that long weekend at the very beginning of September. I don't know if Americans have the same.
Yes,
we start
have
then.
Labor Day.
Yeah, so we start then, and then we go till like June 24th. We go right to the end.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. And yeah, Marianne says that they go back in mid, and she meant August. So yeah, that's cool. And let's see, I'm laughing at lots of things. Lodge DIY says free beer. Where? Now, let me just tell you, if you are traveling in St. Louis, most places you can get free beer samples. And we've got lots of microbreweries in this area. Do you have you have a whole food thing going on your playlist, which makes me happy. So she has a whole food playlist, eating raw oysters in New Orleans. That was cool.
Not my favorite.
It wasn't. Yeah. I mean, still, it's a thing you got to do, though,
You
right?
have to try. And the sucking of the crawfish heads. Got to try that too.
Right. Gotcha. Now, so you were making Hungarian food, and it looks like it might have been a live stream. Is this true?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So it says it's a family favorite. So your kids enjoy Hungarian food? And
no, they hate every part of it.
Okay.
It's a family favorite ending in my generation, I think.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, okay. I was gonna say you got little kids, like grade school age kids.
Yes.
So,
age 4 and age 6.
yeah, little. It's like do they like Hungarian food?
No, I will try and get them to like Hungarian food, but
they'll grow into
not
it.
there yet. Yes.
They'll grow into it. It's all right. That's all good. Aw, super sticker, super chat from Inspired John. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And Pauline Newman is here. It's good to see you.
Hello, Pauline. I haven't chatted with Pauline in forever.
I know. We should just have a YouTubers just Zoom meeting and just hang out. Right? Let's see. Artem Orbit says we're still on restrictions here in Chicago. No school or any major travels. Yeah, the city's still closed. So our city's still closed. Well, mostly. We've started to open things back up, but there's no way I'm going to a restaurant anytime soon. Is your area still closed with travel restrictions and things?
It's pretty much exact same as you. The restaurants opened last week, but even some restaurants were like, no, we're not ready. But like I'm still homeschooling the kids. Our schools won't open until September.
Gotcha. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, all of our schools have been canceled. Colleges have canceled their like summer classes. They've made them all online and things like that too.
And it's funny because some provinces here in Canada have started school again, like Vancouver Island, I think, has schools back in, and Quebec has schools back in.
Wow. Okay.
I find that strange.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy. We went camping this weekend, and as a matter of fact, this evening, I'm going to do a campground review, or just a tour of our campground over Memorial Day weekend. And it was a little bizarre. So Missouri State Parks opened this weekend and started camping, but you already had to have existing reservations. So if you hadn't already made reservations, you weren't getting in. But that's all right. So it was a little weird because not every campsite was full, which was great. But it was bizarre. So do you go camping?
We are going to try this summer. We used to be big campers before we had children.
Yeah.
And we're tenters. We don't have a trailer.
Yeah.
But then we had kids, and just the thought of having a baby in a tent freaked me out. So we haven't been camping in 6 years, but this summer I think we're ready to try it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think 6 and 4, they're good ages for camping. They can.
We can't do anything else, so camping seems like a good choice.
Right. Road trips are about to take off.
Yes.
So I can't wait. Like your local travel stuff there in Alberta. So you mind if I show your playlist page?
No,
cool. I'll do that really quick then. That one.
Yeah, we have lots of options in Alberta.
Cool. Yeah. So if you all are looking for Canadian travel or travel advice or products or anything, I almost want to check out this strange and unusual destinations. But that was the ice bubbles thing. I loved your ice bubbles video. That was amazing.
Cool place.
And then Jurassic Forest here in Edmonton. In Edmonton. Yeah, Jurassic Forest. That just seems amazing. So yeah, all of your Alberta travel videos just look really awesome. And you live in an area of the world where I want to go visit. So that makes
you should come.
I should, but I gotta wait till I can travel more than a few hours from my house. So if you had a favorite place in Alberta, or a favorite video that you have from your Alberta playlist, which one would you say that people had to go watch?
Oh,
I know there's a lot. There's only 57 videos in it.
I know there's so much to do in Alberta. I really lucked out by living here because I don't do a lot of international travel, especially now that we've had kids, but there's so much to do around here. Everybody chooses Banff when they come up here, like Lake Louise, Lake Moraine, and just Banff town. But I would say to anybody planning to come to Alberta, go check out Jasper. It's not as busy. It's not as touristy. It's a little more rustic. Awesome. There's a gondola. There's a hot spring. There's lots of hiking, amazing mountains, lakes to canoe on. Lake Pyramid is a gorgeous lake to canoe on or kayak. So that would be my suggestion is don't skip Banff, but don't focus just on Banff. Jasper's amazing. And then if you're not into mountains and hiking and stuff, another fantastic area of our province would be the Drumheller area, because that's where kind of like paleontology is super huge. We have the Royal Travel Museum. There's the Badlands with some amazing hiking and visuals. There's river there that you can canoe and raft down. There's Hoodoos. Sorry, a big garbage truck just drove past.
That's okay, no problem. It happens.
Yeah, I would choose Jasper or Drumheller and then like spend a couple days in Banff, but don't focus all your time there.
Gotcha.
My suggestion.
Well, I'm looking for the Drumheller Dinosaur Trail. I'm going to watch that one after we get done here. So yeah, that's awesome. Yay. Thank you for those suggestions. What else was I going to do? Let me stop sharing until I think of what that is. But Follow the Piper says that she's spent a lot of time in Winnipeg, Manitoba. So that's very cool. And Outdoor Nomad said, Canada won't let us in yet.
Soon, hopefully.
I hope soon. But I'm also not holding my breath. So
no.
And let's see, Hammocks to Coaster is here, and I know that her name is Christine. So welcome, Christine. It's good to see you. Thank you. Food Forest Permaculture says Vancouver Island is super natural British Columbia. So,
I have a whole playlist on Vancouver Island. I love it there.
Yes. So Follow the Piper is a foodie. So what foodie activities do you recommend in Alberta? She asks.
Well, if you're not Canadian, you have to come up and definitely try some of our Canadian delicacies like poutine and bison burgers, things like that. If you're in Banff or the Jasper, is it? No, it's Banff, I think. There's a really cool fondue place that used to be a swingers club. So every table has a telephone where you can call other tables, because couples used to go there and like scope the room and then call the table that they wanted to connect with. So it's got a really cool history, and they've left that in place for you to play with. So you can actually call other tables when you go there.
Wow.
It's a fun restaurant.
That seems fun. That's awesome. And Inspired John is saying cool videos for us to check out, and he says hashtag a boot. Anyway, yes, and swingers. Yeah, that would be an interesting one. So I take it you've eaten there.
Yes.
Did you get a telephone call from another table, and was that weird?
No, we had our kids with us. It was all we could do to keep them from playing with the phone.
Do not pick up.
Don't call anyone.
Marion says, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Definitely got to try that.
Yeah, I would have to go live from there, I think. It would be one of those.
It's fun to like plant somebody in the restaurant that you could
that'd be
mess with. Throw their keys on your table.
Artem Wervin says, sounds like an interesting place. And Inspired John says, let it go to voicemail.
Screen them first.
Oh, that's funny. Wait, which table's calling?
Yes, like I need to see their faces.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Well, and if your phone had rung while your kids were there, have your kids answer, hello. Awkward. Anyway, okay. So I like to ask all of my travel bloggers who come on, travel blogger, it works. What is the hardest part about travel blogging or travel vlogging, being a travel professional?
For me, it's that I don't travel enough. And I don't want to sound like spoiled, but we used to go, before we had kids, we used to go on like 2 to 4 big trips a year. Some international, some within Canada, some to the States. And so we try and mix it up. And so I'd have lots of things to blog about and then later vlog about. But since we've had kids, it's just so expensive to take children with you that our travel has decreased significantly. So it's trying to be creative and come up with stuff that is still of value to my viewers or my readers. But without it seeming like I'm just doing filler stuff. So that's the tricky part for me. Gotcha.
Yeah. So what is your favorite part about travel vlogging?
It's a little bit selfish, but I like going back and looking at my stuff a couple years later. I do it for viewers and for readers and stuff, but I also do it for myself. So I like going back and watching old videos and seeing when the kids were little, or seeing what Joey and I looked like when we were still thin, and good for me. I like to think that when I'm old and senile, I will be able to look back and try and remember some of this stuff.
Right. Well, and that's what Sean and Marianne from Panic D, our Haunted Travels, say too. They want to be able to remember the things that they've done. And that's kind of why I started YouTubing as well, was to remember the trails that we liked and the parks that we liked. So that,
and then if you help somebody, that's a bonus, right?
Totally a bonus. Inspired John says he'd have his son answer the phone and he'd say, quote, Dad, the guy on the phone wants a play date, I think. That's funny. And Marianne says that's exactly why we do it, to remember what you've done in the past. And Marty's crew says, yes, kids in travel are expensive. And he's got bigger. His crew's bigger. They're all over age 10. I think they're all teenagers now. Are they? Something like that. They're all old. Has old kids. And then Hammocks to Coaster says, our channel is now solely for our son to one day remember everything. Yeah, they have an interesting channel, and they do both parks and amusement parks. So like national parks and amusement parks. So that's really cool. And I'm enjoying that. So do you do theme parks?
Yep. Yeah. We've got one around here out by Calgary called Callaway Park. I think that's all we've taken the kids to so far, but like Six Flags I've been to. We're not really big Disneyland people. maybe one day we'll take them, but neither me or my husband or my kids even seem very interested in going.
Sure. My sister and I we go on a sister's trip every year. And so most of the time we go to parks or outdoor spaces or even like cities. We went to Boston one year and things like that. But once every 5 or so years, we go to a amusement park. Well, 5 years ago, we went to Harry Potter Land or Universal down in Orlando.
I would like to see that.
Yes, it was very fun. And then this year, back in April, we were supposed to go to Disney World, and we have rescheduled that one for September. But it's only 2 of us, and we're both adults going, so it's really still expensive.
Why not?
Yeah. I can't believe how expensive Disney is, but that's all right. Follow the Piper says, I finally have a channel. Yes. Piper Art just put out a YouTube channel, and I've been doing some editing for her, and she went to Nova Scotia for the South Shore Lobster Crawl. Yeah, I'd love to do that too. So that's cool.
Sorry, John. Sorry, we can only afford 4 flags.
4 flags, not 6. 4 flags. That's fun. Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles in Wisconsin is here and says this winter we hiked the Dells, so Wisconsin Dells, here and took a look at the waterfalls in winter. That would be amazing. I haven't been to Wisconsin Dells since I was a child. Have you ever been to the Dells in Wisconsin?
No. St. Louis is the only place in the Midwest that I've been to.
Gotcha. Cool.
And I would go back.
Well, cool. I would love to have you come back to St. Louis. I'd show you all around. We'd see the whole thing in like 24 hours. We wouldn't sleep.
I never got to go to the top of the arch, and I really wanted to.
Okay, yeah, we have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, you're doing that.
Be careful. I'll just show up on your doorstep on Friday afternoon.
Okay. See you then. Rachel says, don't upset me. I don't know what I'm upsetting you for, but Rachel, never. I would never upset you. And then let's see. Oh, Rachel says she was supposed to come see us in 2 weeks. Yes, Rachel was supposed to travel over here for our Midwest camp out that we've got. I'm sorry, Rachel. You can come visit anytime.
All these plans getting broken, it breaks my heart.
I know. Well, and you were supposed to be going to, remind me?
I was supposed to be in Jamaica a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get to go.
We'll go. We got most of it refunded. We're out a few $100s, but enough that we can rebook it at some point.
Right. Yeah, we went to we had to rebook our whole Disney trip, but we're saving all this money now because we're not going anywhere. We're not going out to eat. So we're just saving money and going, okay, when this is all over and there's a vaccine, we're going.
We're spending it all on Amazon.
Oh no. Well, Amazon affiliate links appreciates you. I'm spending a bunch of it on groceries. I'm learning to cook a lot of new things. So those cooking YouTube channels are getting a lot of my attention these times. And Hammocks to Coasters is when you're here at Disney World, take no lunch. Oh, nice. Okay, we have to remember that one. I like discounted lunches. And Artem Orbit is saying that as a musician, it's all very devastating. No concerts at all. So I missed that. Sorry about that. And Matt Cook Organ is here. Hello. We're about to end. I do want, our half hour.
Everyone's like plotting little trips here in the chat.
They are. They're like, okay, we're going to go here. Now, here in 2 weeks, we actually do have our Midwest Meetup camp out. And since the state parks are open, we're going to continue with our camp out. It'll just be way different than it was going to be. Like there was a hiking race that we were going to take part in, and we normally share food and all this stuff, but it'll be a little different, but we're still going to go camping. Yeah. So Marty's crew is going to get to come see us, and Steve, the outdoor nomad, will be here. And so should be interesting. And Food Forest has to go. Goodbye. It's been good to see you. Thanks for coming. And yeah. So if you had travel advice for our viewers, what would be one thing that you would want our viewers to know about travel or travel advice? Ooh, it's a hard one.
You sprung that one on me, Kay.
I'm sorry. I should have given you the questions in advance. Well,
I would say do your research, make a plan, like create an itinerary so that you don't miss anything in the area and then regret it later. But stay flexible and always listen to the locals, because there'll be things that you can't research and find on the internet that the locals know about.
Yeah.
That'd be my advice.
Awesome. Love that. Pooja Studios is here. It's good to see you, Cassandra.
Hello.
They've been commenting as I got the computer issue at the moment, but yes, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Arda Morbid says he's glad to be here. And yeah, this has been a great chat. Got lots of folks in here. So thank you all for being here. And Marti, is there anything that you would like to add before we take off today?
I don't know, just stay safe and just have hope that we will be traveling again soon.
We sure will. I have faith that we will be. If you'll hang out for a second, I'm going to finish out the show.
Sure.
All right. All right, guys. Do me 3 favors. 1, go over down in the description, visit Marti from Down the Rabbit Hole Travel and tell her you saw her on Happy Trails Hiking and you enjoyed the show. 2, make sure you hit the thumbs up and leave a comment down below once this video does its thing and processes and all that stuff. That lets YouTube know that I'm doing stuff that you like. And 3, go out and live the life you love today. Stay safe. And remember, you are not replaceable. And I'll see you later, guys. Thanks. Have a great day.